Hello and welcome to Mastermind with me, Clive Myrie. In the spotlight tonight are Paul Richardson, a former fire officer. His specialist subject is the band Roxy music. Elizabeth Howard, a retired librarian. Her subject is the artist Marc Chagall. Achiab Rashid, a local government officer. He'll be answering questions on the poet George Herbert. And Sophie Williamson, a learning support assistant, whose subject is the original Tomb Raider video games. Apex predators are the big beasts of the jungle. You don't mess with them. And when it comes to quizzing, our contenders are at the top of the food chain. You have to be strong to withstand the spotlight in your eyes and the loneliness of the black chair. On top of that, add 2 minutes of relentless questions on a specialist subject and 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. All the while, the clock is ticking down. Who will emerge victorious to win a place in the semi-final? We wish our lion-hearted quizzers well. So can I ask our first contender to join us, please? Your name?
Paul Richardson.
Your occupation?
Former fire officer.
And your specialist subject?
Roxy music.
Yes, the British art rock band of the 1970s and 80s, led by the singer and songwriter Bryan Ferry. In 2 minutes, here we go. Make me a deal and make it straight are the opening words to which Roxy music song that became the band's first UK hit single in 1972?
Virginia Plain.
Yes, in February 1972, the band signed an agreement to be represented by which management company named after the initials of its founders?
EG Management.
Yes, the synthesizer player Brian Eno joined Roxy Music after a chance meeting with which existing band member on the London Underground?
Andy McKay.
Yes, the original vinyl release of which of the band's studio albums is not divided into a traditional side 1 and side 2, but instead is split into East Side and West Side?
Manifesto.
Yes, for which track on the 1973 Stranded album did the guitarist Phil Manzanera receive his first co-writing credit on a Roxy Music album?
Amazona.
Yes, Roxy Music's first tour of the United States took place in 1972 when they were booked to support various acts, including 10 Years After, Humble Pie, and which other British band for whom they opened at Madison Square Garden on the 8th of December?
Jethro Tull.
Yes, which American photographer took the shot of the model Carrie-Anne Moeller, which features on the cover of the band's self-titled debut album?
Carl Stocker.
Yes, which track on the 1974 album Country Life features a vocal partly sung in German, including words translated as, "No, this is not the end of the world"?
Bittersweet.
Yes, which Haitian singer provided the backing vocals on the track Avalon after Ferry overheard her performing at a recording studio in New York?
Yannick Etienne.
Yes, what 1975 UK hit single features as its B-side a live version of For Your Pleasure?
Both Ends Burning.
Yes, during a tour of Europe in 1973, the band took tea with which famous artist visiting him at a hotel in Paris, although Brian Eno later reportedly described the occasion as a pose fest?
Salvador Dali.
Yes, in the lyrics of If There Is Something, from the band's debut album, Bryan Ferry sings, "I would put roses round our door, sit in the garden, growing what vegetables by the score."
Potatoes.
It is potatoes. Paul, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You got them all right, 12 points.
Thank you.
And our next contender, please. Your name?
Elizabeth Howard.
Your occupation?
Retired librarian.
And your specialist subject?
Marc Chagall.
The painter, printmaker and designer born in 1887 in Vitebsk in modern-day Belarus. In 2 minutes, here we go. At school, Marc Chagall enrolled in singing and music lessons and became an accomplished player of what stringed instrument, which is a common feature of his paintings?
Violin.
Yes. What 1915 painting by Chagall depicts him floating above his fiancée, Bella Rosenfeld, with his body contorted and kissing her from an improbable angle?
The Lovers.
No, The Birthday. What was the name of the textiles workshop in Paris that was commissioned to weave the 3 large tapestries entitled The Prophecy of Isaiah, Exodus and Entry to Jerusalem that Chagall designed for the Israeli Knesset?
Gobelin.
Yes, a Cubist-inspired painting by Chagall completed in 1913 and depicting the artist at work in his studio in Paris is entitled Self-Portrait with How many fingers?
7.
Yeah, Chagall produced ceramics in the south of France, many of them at which studio run by Suzanne and Georges Ramier in the town of Vallauris?
Pass.
Chagall created the sets and costumes for which ballet premiered at the Palacio de Bellas Artes in Mexico City in 1942?
Aleco.
Yeah, Chagall worked for almost 25 years on which painting that includes biblical imagery and depicts an old bearded man holding a Torah scroll?
Pass.
In 1964, Chagall attended the unveiling of his stained glass window entitled Peace at the headquarters of which organization?
The United Nations.
Yeah, Chagall was commissioned by the parents of a young woman who died in 1963 to design the east window of All Saints Church in which village in Kent?
Tudeli.
Yes, when Chagall moved to Paris in the 1920s, he was commissioned by which influential art dealer to illustrate Gogol's Dead Souls and the fables of La Fontaine?
Apollinaire.
No, Ambroise Vollard. At a ceremony at the Élysée Palace, which French president presented Chagall with the Grand Cross of the Légion d'honneur?
De Gaulle.
No, Giscard d'Estaing. And your time is up, Elizabeth. You had 2 passes. Chagall worked for almost 25 years on The Falling Angel. And he produced ceramics in the south of France, many of them at Madura. So at the end of that round, you've got 6 points. And our next contender, please. Your name,
Atiab Rashid.
your occupation,
I'm a local government officer.
and your specialist subject.
George Herbert.
The Welsh-born poet, orator, and Church of England priest, one of the best known of the so-called metaphysical poets. In 2 minutes. Here we go. Herbert attended what school in London from 1604 to 09 before being awarded a scholarship to Trinity College, Cambridge at the age of 16?
Westminster.
Yes, to whom did Herbert send 2 sonnets as a New Year's gift in 1610, declaring in the accompanying letter that my poor abilities in poetry shall be all and ever consecrated to God's glory?
His mother.
Yes, in his poem of self-reflection, Sin's Round, Herbert describes his thoughts as hatching what serpent-like mythical creature?
Chimera.
No, cockatrice. In which poem, believed to have been written in the late 1620s, does Herbert directly address God, saying, "Thou art fire, sacred and hallowed fire, and I but earth and clay"?
The Affliction.
No, the priesthood. Which Bishop of Winchester was one of Herbert's major influences, the poet making the journey to Winchester in 1619 to consult with him on how to combine divinity and oratory in a career?
Lancelot Andrews.
Yes, in 1626, Herbert was appointed canon of Lincoln Cathedral with the prebend or revenues of Leighton Ecclesia, an area that included what church in Leighton Bromswold near Huntingdon?
St. Andrews.
No, St. Mary. In which of his poems does Herbert refer to God repeatedly as my master and declare that, with those 2 words, all day I do perfume my mind?
The Odour.
Yes, in 1629, Herbert married Jane Danvers, whose family owned which manor house in Wiltshire, where the couple lived for just over a year before moving to Herbert's new parish of Bemerton?
Bainton.
Yes, in what poem written in contemplation of domestic home life does Herbert pose the question, what is so shrill as silent tears?
The Quip.
No, the family. In church monuments, what does Herbert, who imagines himself in his own tomb, say is but the glass which holds the dust that measures all our time?
The Body.
No, flesh. For the last 3 years of his life, Herbert was rector of 2 churches near Salisbury. I've started, so I'll finish. 2 churches near Salisbury, St. Andrews in Bemerton and St. Peter's in which nearby village?
Fuggleston.
It was Fuggleston. Achab, you had no passes, and at the end of that round, you've got 6 points. And our final contender, please. Your name,
Sophie Williamson.
your occupation,
Learning support assistant.
And your specialist subject?
The original Tomb Raider video games.
Yes, the first 6 main installments in the best-selling series of video games featuring the fearless British archaeologist Lara Croft. In 2 minutes, here we go. The first game opens with Lara Croft being hired to recover an artifact buried in the tomb of Qualapec in which South American country?
Peru.
Yes, in some levels in the game, the Angel of Darkness, the player controls what character? A former soldier who teams up with Lara.
Curtis Trent.
Yes, Lara can fight a Tyrannosaurus Rex in each of the first 3 games in the series, including in which level of Tomb Raider 3, the second level set in the South Pacific?
Crash Site.
Yes, in Tomb Raider Chronicles, when Lara is exploring a demon-infested island, the priest Father Patrick advises her that demons can be repelled using what metal?
Iron.
Yes, the first level of the 4th game, The Last Revelation, is named after which Asian temple complex?
Angkor Wat.
Yes, to complete the Barkang Monastery level in Tomb Raider 2, Lara must collect how many prayer wheels and place them in a chamber behind the large statue?
7.
No, 5. What's the name of the lost city in Antarctica, which provides the title and setting of one of the last levels in Tomb Raider 3, immediately preceding the final battle against the crazed mutant Dr. Willard?
Tinos.
Yes, in the level St. Francis Folly, in the first game, Lara must enter rooms labelled with the names of 4 mythological figures. They are Thor, Neptune, Damocles, and which other?
Poseidon.
No, Atlas. What's the name of the key that a monkey will try to steal in the jungle level in Tomb Raider 3, and which Lara must retrieve in order to complete the level?
Temple Key.
No, Indra Key. In the Aldwych level in Tomb Raider 3, set in a disused London underground station, Lara is attacked by a vicious dog after collecting what alliteratively named object, which she later uses to open a door?
Pass.
In the Cleopatra's Palaces level in The Last Revelation, Lara can combine a winding key with a mechanical replica of what creature, which can then be used to safely trigger a series of spike traps?
Scarab. Scarab
Or?
Beetle.
Yes, it's Scarab Beetle. Sophie, you had 1 pass in the Aldwych level in Tomb Raider 3, set in a disused London underground station. Lara is attacked by a vicious dog after collecting, well, it's a Masonic mallet. And at the end of that round, Sophie, you've got 7 points. At the end of the specialist subjects round, let's have a look at the scores. In joint 3rd place with 6 points each, it's Elizabeth and Atyab. In 2nd place with 7 points, it's Sophie. And in 1st place with 12 points, it's Paul. Now it's general knowledge, and if there's a tie at the end, then the number of passes is taken into account, and the person with the fewer passes is the winner. And if they're tied on passes as well, it's a tie break. So let's ask Elizabeth to join us again, please. Elizabeth, you start with 6 points. You've now got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. What name, a Latin term meaning at length, is given to a bicycle with 2 sets of pedals and 2 seats, usually one behind the other?
Tandem.
Yes, the 3 essential ingredients of tapenade are black olives, capers, and what small fish?
Anchovy.
Yes, at the 2025 Brit Awards, which London jazz ensemble won the Group of the Year category?
Pass.
The city of Trenton is the capital of which East Coast US state?
Virginia.
No, New Jersey. Which French national newspaper was founded in the mid-1820s and named after a character created by the dramatist Pierre-Augustin Beaumarchais?
Figaro.
Yes, in the name of the governmental organization that enforces US national law and investigates a variety of criminal activities, the letters FBI stand for what?
Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Yes, what name did the art teacher William Herbert give to the non-drying clay-like substance he invented for his students in Bath in 1897, which has since been widely used in modelling?
Something dacite.
No, plasticine. What dog breed with a thick coat that's usually white is named after a nomadic people of the Arctic regions of Siberia, where it originated and was used to herd reindeer?
Husky.
No, Samoyed. Which constellation and sign of the zodiac has the alternative name, the Water Bearer?
Aquarius.
Yes, the macula lutea, which is responsible for detailed central vision, is a yellow oval spot at the center of which part of the eye?
Cornea.
No, the retina. The 1964 musical piece Elegy for JFK with lyrics by W.H. Auden was written by which Russian-born composer?
Stravinsky.
Yes, the affluent beach resort of Sandbanks, renowned for its many multi-million-pound properties, overlooks the harbour area of which town in Dorset?
Pool.
Yes, in a famous quote from the 1979 film Monty Python's Life of Brian, Brian's mother tells a crowd of his devoted followers that he's not the Messiah, he's a very what?
Naughty boy.
Yes, in the name of the rugby league club known as Hull KR, who beat Warrington Wolves to win the Men's 2025 Challenge Cup. The letters KR stand for what two words?
Kingston Rovers.
Yes, the 1848 novel The Tenant of Wildfell Hall was written by which of the Bronte sisters?
Emily.
No, it was Anne. Elizabeth, you had one pass. The Group of the Year category at the 2025 Brit Awards was won by Ezra Collective. So at the end of that round, you've got 15 points. Next up, it's Achab. Achab, you start with 6 points. The score to beat as it stands is 15 points. You've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. Which British overseas territory at the southern tip of the Iberian Peninsula is sometimes known informally as the Rock?
Gibraltar.
Yes, in dice and card games, the word deuce refers to what number?
2.
Yes, the Chapel Royal, where Queen Victoria married Prince Albert in 1840, is part of which royal palace in central London?
St. James.
Yes. What's the title of the television comedy series first shown in 2017 about life in a village in the Cotswolds, starring and written by the real-life siblings Charlie and Daisy Mae Cooper?
Pass.
In Western Christianity, St. Stephen's Day is observed on the 26th of which month?
March.
No, December. What creamy yellow-coloured sweet sauce, properly made from egg yolks, milk and sugar, is traditionally served with desserts such as fruits, pastries and puddings?
Custard.
Yes. Which actress won an Oscar for her performance as a troubled ballet dancer called Nina in the 2010 film Black Swan?
Natalie Portman.
Yes. In 2024, which American city was chosen to host the 2034 Winter Olympic and Paralympic Games?
Jackson, Mississippi.
No, Salt Lake City. In early 2025, Rami Malek made his UK stage debut in what play? An adaptation of the Sophocles tragedy about a doomed hero who solves the riddle of the Sphinx?
Pass.
The original buildings of the University of Virginia were designed in the American neoclassical style by which architect and former US president?
Thomas Jefferson.
Yes, in July 2024, the politician Dick Schoof was sworn in as the new Prime Minister of which EU country?
The Netherlands.
Yes, the native British tree Betula pendula, characterised by its papery white bark, has the common name silver what?
Willow.
No, birch. What medical name for a nerve cell is derived from the Greek word for nerve?
Pass.
What was the name of Jerry Marsden's band with whom he had 3 consecutive UK #1 singles in 1963 entitled How Do You Do It, I Like It and You'll Never Walk Alone?
The Monkees.
No, the Pacemakers, in the abbreviation ERM for a mechanism intended to stabilise the value of one currency relative to others. The letters ER stand for what term?
Exchange rate.
Yes. What French term, which translates as high dressmaking, is used in English to refer to top quality, fashionable clothes and the act of making them?
Haute couture.
It is haute couture. Achab, you had 3 passes. The medical name for a nerve cell derived from the Greek word for nerve, neuron. Rami Malek made his UK stage debut in 2025 in Oedipus. And the title of the television comedy series first shown in 2017 about life in a village in the Cotswolds with the siblings Charlie and Daisy Mae Cooper. That's This Country. So at the end of that round, Achab, you've got 15 points. Next up, it's Sophie. Sophie, you start with 7 points. The score to beat, as it stands, is 15 points, and you've now got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. What's the common name for plants of the genus Urtica? Widespread in the British Isles that are covered with tiny hairs that cause a painful sting and itchy rash.
Stinging nettles.
Yes, the name of which unit used to measure the intensity of sound is commonly abbreviated to the letters dB.
Decibel.
Yes, in March 2025, which football club won their first domestic trophy in 70 years with victory over Liverpool in the final of the Men's English League Cup?
Newcastle.
Yes, the Fajr, the Dhuhr and the Asr are daily prayers performed by followers of which religion?
Islam.
Yes, in July 2024, the Labour politician Hilary Benn was appointed as Secretary of State for which of the home nations of the UK?
Scotland.
No, Northern Ireland. The 16th century English nobleman Henry Stuart, who was the second husband of Mary, Queen of Scots, was better known as Lord who?
Pass.
What two-piece swimsuit was launched in 1946 by the French fashion designer Louis Réard?
Bikini.
Yes, the painting entitled Carnation, Lily, Lily Rose, in the collection of the Tate depicting two young girls lighting lanterns, was painted in the mid-1880s by which American artist?
Johnson.
No, John Singer Sargent. Which element, a naturally occurring radioactive gas formed by decaying uranium, has the chemical symbol Rn?
Radon.
Yes, Music Box and Daydream were UK #1 albums in the mid-1990s for which American singer?
Pass.
According to the traditional nursery rhyme, the bells of which church say oranges and lemons?
St Clements.
Yes, what 1999 television series presented as a nature documentary but with computer-generated prehistoric reptiles was revived in 2025 with the actor Bertie Carvel succeeding Kenneth Branagh as the narrator?
Walk with dinosaurs.
Close, Walking with Dinosaurs. On a standard analog clock, how many hours does it take the hour hand to travel through 90 degrees?
3.
Yes, what English name for a small Polynesian island in the Pacific Ocean is derived from the fact that Dutch explorers landed there on a Christian holy day in 1722?
Christmas Island.
No, Easter Island, in the Star Wars sequel trilogy of films released between 2015 and 2019, which American actor plays the villain Kylo Ren?
Driver.
Yes, Adam Driver. The meat from what creature is an essential ingredient in the traditional Scottish seafood dish, Parton pie?
Haddock.
No, crab. What stage musical which opened in London? I've started, so I'll finish. What stage musical which opened in London in 2017 features the songs The Schuyler Sisters, Guns and Ships, and The Election of 1800?
Hamilton.
It is Hamilton. Sophie, you had 2 passes. The albums Daydream and Music Box, they were sung by Mariah Carey. And the 16th century English nobleman Henry Stuart, he was better known as Lord Darnley. So at the end of that round, Sophie, you've got 17 points.
Thank you.
And finally, let's have Paul again, please. Paul, you start with 12 points. The score to beat to get through to the semi-finals is Sophie's 17 points, and you've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. The Belgian city of Antwerp is noted as an international centre for the trade in which precious stones?
Diamonds.
Yes, the Primate of all England is an additional title for the holder of what specific senior position in the Church of England?
Archbishop of Canterbury.
Yes, what name, partly derived from a Greek word for poison, is given to the branch of science that deals with poisonous substances and their effects?
Toxicology.
Yes, the African capital cities of Brazzaville and Kinshasa stand on opposite banks of which major river?
Zaire.
Yes, the Congo. The mineral sphalerite is a sulfide of which metallic element and is its main ore?
Iron.
No, zinc, in the abbreviated name of a colour created by the French artist Yves Klein. The letters IKB stand for International Klein what?
Pass.
The actress Lindsay Coulson joined the cast for the 2025 series of what long-running school-based television drama series, playing the new head teacher, Dame Stella Drake?
Waterloo Road.
Yes, what was the surname of the social reformers Sidney, later Baron Passfield, and his wife Beatrice, who in the 1890s were co-founders of the London School of Economics?
Pass.
Fine and Mellow, God Bless the Child, and Strange Fruit are all songs recorded and popularized by which American jazz singer born in Philadelphia in 1915?
Billie Holiday.
Yes, in the abbreviation PM, meaning afternoon, the letter M stands for meridian, and the letter P stands for what prefix?
Post.
Yes, the American author Edith Wharton won a Pulitzer Prize for what 1920 novel set in New York in the 1870s?
Pass.
What French name, which translates as small oven, is given to a decorated miniature sweet cake or biscuit often served at the end of a meal?
Petit four.
Yes, the well-known musical piece entitled The Ecstasy of Gold was composed by Ennio Morricone, for which spaghetti western directed by Sergio Leone?
The Good, the Bad and the Ugly.
Yes, what nickname given to King William II is believed to be a reference either to his red hair or ruddy complexion?
Rufus.
Yes, the word tangelo for a hybrid citrus fruit is a blend of tangerine and the name of what other fruit?
Mango.
No, pomelo, which annual American Theatre Awards first presented in 1947 and named after the actress and director Antoinette Perry, who died the previous year?
Tony.
Yes, which London-born actor has been married to the actresses Leslie Manville and Uma Thurman?
Gary Oldman.
Yes, Olympic rowing. I've started, so I'll finish. Olympic rowing events are held over a standard distance of how many meters?
2000.
It is 2,000. Paul, you had 3 passes. Edith Wharton won a Pulitzer Prize for The Age of Innocence, her novel. The surname of the social reformers Baron Passfield and his wife Beatrice, Webb. And the abbreviated name of a colour created by Yves Klein. The letters IKB stand for International Klein Blue.
Okay, thank you.
None of that mattered, though. At the end of that round, Paul, you've done it. You've got 25 points. You're through to the semis.
Okay.
So let's have a look at the final scores. In joint third place with 15 points each, Elizabeth and Atyab. In second place with 17 points, it's Sophie, which means in first place with 25 points, it's Paul. So he goes through to the semi-finals. Congratulations to him. If you'd like to be a contender in the next series, please go to our website, bbc.co.uk/mastermind, and you can follow us at Mastermind Quiz. Join us again next time for more Masterminds. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
I'm really pleased about winning the heat today. Well, in the past, I used to be a fire officer, and obviously there's pressure in that job at times. Having said that, that's more of a team-based pressure. You can share that pressure out there. There's you, the black chair, and Clive, and that's it.
You've done it. You've got 25 points. You're through to the semis.
Okay. My wife and kids and grandkids have been helping me at home. My wife actually made me start to learn about kings and queens of England, and one of the questions came up that she tested me on, so she'll be pleased with that. Rufus.
Yes.
To win today's heat and get through to the semi-finals beyond my expectations, so to even consider having a chance of winning the glass bowl, that would just be beyond belief.